Greetings, my subscribers, as well my newest subscribers. Thank you all for coming. Now, for today, I'm going to demonstrate to you on how I prepare my lovely, mouth-watering stew peas with coconut rice and vegetables. Yes, you heard correctly, mouth-watering stew peas with coconut rice and vegetables. Now, guys, this demonstration is worthwhile watching. You don't want to miss this, so stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in. Alright, so here in the bowl I have approximately 2 pounds of meat, and this is some beef along with pig's tail. Alright, so for those who don't know, this is pig's tail. I did already went ahead and cut them up, you know what I mean, to my suit. And here I have the beef as well. So let me cut these really nice. I don't like when they're too big and chunky, you know what I mean. I like to cut them at a reasonable size. Yeah, so I did already place the pig's tail to soak before I cut them up, right? And that is just to reduce some of the salt from the pig's tail. And I'm telling you guys, the pig's tail is preserved in a container of salted water, and that is just to keep it preserved. You know what I mean? Just like the saltfish, you know, they salt the saltfish to preserve it. That's the same thing with the pig's tail, but the whole thing is that it's in a container of water. Alright, so I already rinsed it off already, you know. So what I'm gonna do now is to throw some of the water off of it. Throw some of the water off. Alright, I don't wanna have too much water in it when I'm gonna apply the lime juice and vinegar to it, alright? So let me just reach for the lime juice and vinegar. That's the first thing is the Robert's vinegar. Robert's vinegar. Pour some in there, like so. You know what I mean? Then I'm going to pour in some Carl's lime juice. Like I said before, you know, this is what I like to wash my meat, you know, with these components, lime juice and vinegar. Yeah, man, for real. When you use lime juice and vinegar, it washes the meat properly. You know what I mean? Furthermore, both of these components make a perfect combination. Whether washing pork, chicken, fish, you know, pig foot, pig head, hog head, pig skin, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let me just go in now and just give it a wash. You know what I mean? So I have to use my hand in here and toss it around like so. You can smell the aroma of the lime juice in here, and that's the thing, you know, with the lime juice, you know, it gives your meat a nice lemon flavor, you know what I mean? And that's why I like to use my lime juice and my vinegar. Alright? Now the thing is, if you don't have the lime juice and vinegar, you know, you can use the vinegar, you know, or if you don't have the lime juice, you can. If you don't have the vinegar, you can use the lime juice. You know what I mean? So either. But I like to use both. All right. So I do it a few times. Then I'm gonna allow it to sit for a few minutes, like so, and then I'm gonna come back, throw the water off, and then I'm gonna rinse it. All right. So let's keep on tuning in. All right. So it's that time around. I'm going to pour the water off. Pouring the water off like so. Making sure that all the lime juice and the vinegar water is poured off. Oops. Piece jump into the bowl. I don't know why and decide to jump out the bowl, eh? Alright, so pouring the water off the meat. Please jump it again. Can you imagine? You don't want to stay inside. Alright, so I'm gonna pour now some water in a bowl. Right? Then I'm gonna give it a stir while the water's pouring in. So you wanna make sure it's properly rinsed. Now even when it's properly rinsed, guys, it's still gonna have that lemon flavor and the lime juice flavor, you know what I mean? Alright. Turn the water off. Then I'm gonna pour the water out. Then I'm gonna turn the water on again. Yeah. Put some water in there. So I'm using my hand to stir the meat while the water is poured in. Like so, you know what I mean? Water off. Alright, now as you can see now, my meat is properly cut up and cleaned up and washed with lime juice and vinegar. So I'm going to let this sit until I'm ready for it. But then I am going to get my peas and wash it and put it on. So let's go and tune it in and you will see the results, alright? Alright. Now, here in the cooker, I have 1 pound of peas, right? So the thing is, the peas was already picked, so what I'm gonna do is to turn the water on and wash it, alright? You know, peas has to be washed. It doesn't matter if you come in a pack or not, wash your peas, you know what I mean? Wash it, man, for real, because it may have debris in it, dirt or debris in it, you know what I mean? So you just don't want to take your peas and throw it in a pot and start cooking. Just ensure that the peas is properly washed. You know, but for me, what I normally do is to pick it first, just to ensure that there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there, you know what I mean? And then I just throw it in the container, then I'm washing it. Alright, so as you can see, I'm gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna show you something. And believe me when I say, just believe me when I say wash the peas. These are very essential. Always make sure that the peas, the rice, and all those things that are needed to be washed is properly washed. Alright? I'm gonna show you something. Now look at the water inside here. You notice how the water is not clear. You see that? And that's why I say wash your peas. You know what I mean? I mean, even if you're cooking some ackee, before you cook it, when you pick it and clean up it, make sure you wash it. Wash it, you know what I mean? Even the rice, before you cook the rice, make sure so you wash it. Make sure you wash the rice. I've seen folks who cook rice, they don't wash it, they don't throw it in the pot. But I just don't know. But I guess that's just your way of doing things. You know what I mean? But as for me, I don't work like that. As for me, I do not work like that. Alright. You notice I'm just using my hands to run the peas together like so in the water. Yeah, I need to ensure it is properly washed. Now guys, you have to excuse some loud noise probably in the background. Those are just family and the outside laughing, chatting and all that. And you may probably hear motorcycles too because I live close to the road, so there are times you may hear motorcycles passing with that boom sound in the background, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Alright, so I'm gonna wash it one more time. Water off. Wash it. I want to make this properly wash. Alright. Throw the water off now, like so. Now I'm trying to avoid the peas from falling out. So I'm just using my left hand to guide the peas and back. No, back up. Don't try to come to the front because I don't want them to go down in the sink. Because if they don't go in the sink, they're gonna go through the hole and they're gonna go down the drain. I don't want that. So I'm just using my finger to back it up. Alright, so I'm just gonna get some water now on the peas. I won't catch too much water because I'm going to sink the peas. You know what I mean? Now I'm going to use the cooker here to pressure the peas, right? As well the meat. But what I'm going to do first is just to ensure that the peas has the right color before I can go ahead and put the meat in and allow everything to be pressured. Alright? So let's keep on tuning for that. Alright, so the peas is now on the flame. Alright. And if I notice there's not a lot of water in it, the water is all the way down here, you know what I mean? And the reason for that is because as soon as it comes to a boil, you know what I mean, you will see the color is starting to change. You know, the water is gonna change. So I'm just gonna allow it to continue to boil until the water boils down to a certain dimension. Then I'm gonna pour some more water into it. As I said before, I'm gonna be sinking the peas because I want to make sure I get that red rich look before I can go ahead and pour in the meat kind within the cooker. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in. Alright, don't know things set already. Alright guys, so the water is now just about boiling up. Now as you can see, I want to show you guys what it looks like as it just starts to boil up, right? I want to show you, let me just say that demonstrate to you, right? The color of the water changed already and it just starts to boil up, right? Now, I'm trying to come up with some water, but the peas keep coming in the spoon. Alright, now look on the water. You see that's the color of the water in the spoon and it just starts to boil up. Right? Now I'm gonna allow the peas to cook, right, to a certain dimension because I need to have that reddish look before I can go ahead and put the meat kind within the pot and allow both of them to cook, which is the meat and the peas, right? Because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pressure the meat with the peas for 5 minutes, right? So I am going to partially cook the peas, as I said, to a certain dimension because I need to get a red rich look before I can go ahead and place the meat inside the cooker. Alright, so I'm going to cover the pot with the cooker cover. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. So I'm just going to, if I notice that the rubber is in the cover, right? So I'm just going to rest it like so. Allow it to cook. Right, so I'm gonna pour some water in within the next 5 minutes from now. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in, alright, and you will see as I start to pour some water in to sink the peas and to try to get the color red, you know what I mean? And this is just a step that we have to follow. These are the steps that we have to follow. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in. Alright, so that's been 5 minutes. So I'm going to pour in now some water within the cooker. Alright, now if you notice guys, the water is even getting redder now, you see it? So even though I just throw the water in the cooker here, I'm going to cover it and allow it to continue to cook same because I need the peas water to look more redder than this, you know what I mean? And these are just the procedures that I have to follow in order to get the peas cooked and have that red rich look, you know? Yeah. Alright, so it's now time to pour some more water in the cooker. Now as you can see, the water has boiled to a certain dimension. So it's now time to go in and pour me one more cup of water. Like so. Alright, as you can see. Now as soon as this comes to a boil, then I'm going to add the meat to it. Now the meat I'm going to add to it is the beef and the pig's tail. Now even though I put the pig's tail to soak for overnight, you know what I mean, it still have salt in it. Right now when I soak it, it's just to reduce the salt. You feel me? Excuse me. So when I soak it, don't think it's gonna be too salty. It's not gonna be, because I make sure it's properly soaked, and it has been soaking from Saturday evening to Saturday night, Sunday night, and today Monday. You know what I mean? So it is well soaked. You feel me? And before I went ahead and cut shape, I did ensure that it was soaked before. Then wash it off. Then we go ahead and I get some more water on it again, wash it off again, and then we cut up it, and then may allow it to soak again. You know what I mean? You feel me? So may allow it to soak again in the water. And that's just how it is, you know what I mean?
That smells nice.
Smells nice?
Yes.
What am I cooking? Yeah, she just came up from work and she said that smells nice. You know, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Hey, what can I say? You know, I don't praise myself, you know, I know what I'm capable of.
Yes,
Alright?
so cocky.
Pardon me?
It's so cocky.
I sound cocky?
Yes.
It's not cocky, it's confident. I'm confident in what I do. No guys, that's my daughter in the background. You know, she likes to, you know, say things while I'm doing my recordings. She just came from work. Alright, so as you can see now, the water is now slowly coming to a boil. Right, and I am going to now place the meat kind within the cooker. Alright, so let me just kind of twist the angle a little. Alright, so I'm going to take them out and place them in. Now, just watch what I do. Alright, there it is. Pouring the meat within the cooker. So in goes the pig's tail and the beef. So the thing is, I'm cooking 1 pound each. That's 1 pound of pig's tail and 1 pound of beef. And what I did put both of them to soak in the same water. You know what I mean? Due to the fact, as I said before, the pig's tail carries salt, right? So what I went ahead and do is just wash them off and place both of them within the container of water to soak, right? For 1 day. Then the next day, I went ahead and I take them out, wash them off, cut them up, and I place them to soak again. Because I'm trying to reduce as much salt as I can from the pig's tail. It's not the beef, you know, it's the pig's tail, you know what I mean? Alright, so the meat is now within the cooker. Alright, you can see the meat is now in the cooker. Alright. And if you notice the level of the water within the cooker, right? What I'm going to do, I'm just going to pour a little more water into it. Not too much, just a little more water. You know what I mean? I'm just going to pour a little more water in the cooker. Alright, that should be about it. As I said before, whenever I'm tenderizing any from the meat kind, I like the fact where my water is just within the same level as the meat within the cooker. As you can see. Now what I'm going to do is just to not cover it fully, but just to rest it, the cover on the back. Same way like this until the come start boil. When the come start boil, then I'll just flip the cover over and close it and put the weight on top. Alright, so let's go and tune it in same way now. You know what I mean? Because when they are going to do some other things, it's me. So let's keep on tuning in, alright? The water is now come to a boil, so I'm going to flip the cover over like so. As you can see here in the cooker, you see the water boiling. Alright, so what I'm going to do is to go in with my spoon. I'm going to go with my spoon and just give it a stir. Here I'm making the peas in the bottom, right? Yeah, I'm just giving it a stir. Yeah, like so. Yeah, alright. So after give it a stir like this, what I'm gonna do next is just to cover the pot and let it pressure it for 5 minutes. Alright. On goes the cover, tight big sealed. Then I'm gonna put the weight on, which is this piece here, on top. Alright. And as I said before, 5 minutes. It's gonna be pressured for. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in. Alright, now as you can hear the cooker, it has just begun, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna start timing up now. So I have approximately 5 minutes to go. Just 5 minutes only, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna shut it off. So let's keep on tuning in and you will see the results of my pressure and mix it with it. Alright? Alright, so I have approximately a minute and a half to go, and then I'm going to turn the cooker off. Just a minute and a half to go. So while the pressure is kicking, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the seasoning. You know, and this is what I'm going to be using to season this meal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't want to say before, no. Yeah. Two peas with pig tail and beef. You know what I mean? So the pig tail and the peas. The peas is in the cooker right now. For those who are just joining in and wondering what am I doing? You know what I mean? I'm cooking some two peas with pig tail and beef. Alright? I'm not using chicken foot. Alright. Now I'm going to turn the stove off now. That's reached that point. But the stove is now off. So I'm going to allow the cooker to cool. And when it's cool, then I'll take the weight off, then take the cover off, and then I'll just reveal what it looks like with the cooker. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in. It has now reached the cooling point. So what I'm gonna do is to take the weight off the top like so. Then I'm going to move it like so. Alright. Then I'm gonna use my spoon. Alright, see the seed there. Look at that, guys. And I reached the weight enough. No, for those who are probably wondering if they season the meat, no, I did not season it. Because remember, as we said before, the pig's tail has salt in it, even though when they put it in soak. I wash it out first thing first, then place it to soak, right? After place it to soak for a day, then I went back the next day, wash it off again, then cut them up, then catch fresh water on it, and allow it to soak again. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to reduce as much salt as I can on a pig's tail. Alright, so as you can see, guys, I'm going to do a test. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of water in my hand. Because I'm just tasting it because I want to know if the level of the salt is low. You know what I mean? And to be honest, believe you me, hey, I'm telling you, it tastes so amazing. I tell us, say, yo, when they hear me talk, they may be thinking that I'm exaggerating, but believe me, I do not do that. You know what I mean? It's just the mere fact that I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody is creative in their own way, but it's cooking is my hobby. You know what I mean? It's my hobby, and when it comes to cooking, I don't play. Alright, so I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes until I'm ready to pour it out within the pot that I'm going to cook it with, you know, because I'm going to, get my seasonings and everything together and my flour to knead and to make some spinners and all them things. So just keep on tuning in, alright? And you'll see on how I get it done here. We're in my kitchen, of course. Alright, so it's that time around now. I'm going to now pour the cooker into the pot that you see on the stove. Alright? Now I'm going to use a big spoon here and to help to bail out the meat and the peas. You know what I mean? I don't want to cause a spill or it is splashing up. So I'm just using the spoon to do all this. Alright? Now when I take out a certain portion outside, then I'll just use a pot and just pour it out. Just put a pot, and just pour it out into the other pot that you see here. Now when you're cooking stew peas, guys, stew peas require peas. It requires a lot of peas, you know what I mean? I don't mean to be stingy with the peas, Stew peas needs a lot of peas. That's just a thing, you know what I mean? So you cannot be stingy with it. Now the thing is, I didn't allow my peas to be too soft, right? Reason being is because remember I'm going to cook it down in the pot here with the seasons and everything, so I can't afford to allow it to be too soft, you know what I mean? Alright, so here it is, everything is now in the pot. I'm going to place one in the sink. Cover. Alright, so there you have it. Alright, now I'm going to cover the pot. Alright, I'm going to cover the pot and let it sit until I'm ready to add the rest of the ingredients in. Alright, so just keep on tuning in same way. Alright, so the stove is now lit. Alright, as you can see, so I'm going to wait until it comes to a boil. Then I'm going to be adding my seasonings, and that is some pimento berries, bell pepper, we call it sweet pepper here. We have some garlic, we have onion, scallion, thyme, all those relevant seasonings, you know what I mean? I'll be adding those. So just keep on tuning in, alright? So here are my seasonings that I went ahead and cut up off cam. So as you can see, we have pimento berries, scallion, onion, garlic, and we have scotch bonnet pepper. You know what I mean? All the seasonings are here within the bowl, alright? So I'm gonna sit it right here until I'm ready to add it to the pot. So just keep on tuning in. Now here I have my dough already kneaded. My coconut milk is right here. So this is 2 cups of coconut milk. And I also have my seasonings that is ready right here in the counter. Now my counter may be messy, but that's just how it is. When you have to be cutting up seasonings and everything, and some are shedding leaves and all that thing, so I'm gonna clean it off as soon as I'm through here. Alright, so I'm just giving you a preview that I have on my dough, and the coconut milk is right here, and the seasonings are right in the counter as well, and I am giving the pig's tail and the beef some time to cook on the stove. You know, I'm trying to get more, you know, redness from the peas. You know what I mean? Even though we did already did that from beginning and I tenderize the meat, but I'm just giving it a few minutes and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour in some coconut milk. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to roll my dumplings and throw them in. You feel me? And then I'm adding my seasoning second to last. You know what I mean? And then the last thing I'll do is to mix a thickening agent. Now I will show you what I'm going to use to make that thickening agent. You know what I mean? So, you know, you want the stew piece to have that thickness. You don't want it to be running. You know what I mean? It needs to have that body. So just keep on tuning in and you'll see that. So I'm now going to pour in approximately say, let's see, I'm throwing in and measure. I'm gonna pour in 1 cup of coconut milk into the pot, and I'm gonna save 1 cup of coconut milk for the rice. All right. So it's gonna be coconut rice along with stew peas. You feel me? Yeah, man. Great. I've said already how it's been done here, where in my kitchen, of course. Alright, so I'm going to allow this now to come to a boil. You know what I mean? You know what it is with coconut milk. Coconut milk has to be boiled properly. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm going to give it a couple of minutes to boil and boil properly. And then I'm going to put in the spinners. Alright, so let's keep on tuning in. Alright, so I went ahead and already made my dumplings and add them to the pot. Alright, so I'm going to show you what it looks like here within my pot. Alright, so what you know, so there are my dumplings, you know what I mean, some nice spinners, you know what I mean. I don't like them too small. Remember, I know it's 2 pieces I'm making, you know what I mean. So these dumplings are reasonable size dumplings, you know what I mean. So I'm going to taste it now, because I want to taste the stew peas and what it tastes like. Alright, so I'm going to pour some in my hand. Alright, now I'm going to tell you what it needs. Alright, it needs a little seasoning. That's some dry seasoning, so I'm going to add some dash into it. For real, some dash season. Then I'm going to add some Maggi and pepper season. Now the reason why I'm adding season to it is because it already soak the pig's tail, and because I soak it, it did reduce a whole lot of salt from it. You know what I mean? So I'm not tasting the salt that much in it. So I'm just adding a little Maggi and pepper season along with some dash, just to, you know, catch up at the taste. For real. Just trying to catch up at the taste, you know what I mean? And as you all know, that the Maggi and pepper season is not a season that carries a lot of salt in it. You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to get some flavor. Now the coconut milk is already gone into it. You know? Or you can taste the flavor of the dash season. Just a little more Maggi and pepper season, and that should be it. Alright? That's just a little more added Maggi. Alright, and that's it. No more. Alright, so let me not store it too heavily. Alright, I'm just going to slight store it, and then I'm going to place a cover on top. Now, what I'm going to do next is to pour my coconut milk into the pot right next to the stew peas. Alright, so just keep on tuning in while I do what I have to do. Alright, so here I have some water boiling on the stove. Alright, so I'm going to pour in now the coconut milk. Coconut milk is now poured in. Now I'm going to catch a little water within the measuring cup here and just rinse it out. it in. Alright. Then I'm gonna cover the pot. Alright, so I'm going to allow it to come to a boil. You know, and I'm going to allow it to boil for a good amount of time. You know, I'm going to allow it to boil for at least 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to add in the seasoning, that's some salt and the scallion and thyme and the pepper, you know what I mean? And then after that, I'll be adding my rice with me next, you know what I mean? So just keep on tuning in and you see the results on that. Alright, right. So while the coconut milk is boiling, I am going to pour the season now. That's a season with the stew peas. Alright, let me get my wooden spoon. Alright, so I'm gonna pour now my seasonings, alright? So there it all in. There it all pour in. All the seasonings. I don't need a lot of seasonings, but I use 1 onion, you know, bell pepper, scallion, scotch bonnet pepper. No, I could have added approximately 1 scotch bonnet pepper, but I decided not to, you know, because sometimes you cannot judge the scotch bonnet pepper. It could be a case where it's extremely hot, so you don't want to add too much. So what I do is add just half of it, just half. You know what I mean? Alright, so I'm gonna cover the pot and just allow it to continue to cook. The thickening agent is now mixed. Alright, and I'm going to take the cover off like so. Right? Then I'm going to pour in the thickening agent. Now, while I'm pouring the thickening agent, I'm going to be stirring because this agent, it thickens anything fast, you know what I mean? So I'm going to pour in, and as I pour in, I'm going to mix. Alright, so I'm just mixing, and I'm going to pour it in now. And you're going to see the difference within the thickness of these stew peas, alright? Just observe, just observe. Just observe. Just observe. Alright? You see how quick it thickens? Now you may be wondering, what did I use? No, you know, not everything I'm going to reveal to you. Right? Not everything I'm going to reveal. You know what I mean? That's just a thing. You know, my thickening agent, it's not flour, so don't think it's flour. It's not flour. Alright? Now, only me who can tell you what it is. So you could be guessing it won't work. You know what I mean? That is just my secret ingredients towards my stew peas, alright? Now I'm gonna cover the pot. Now there's a little drainage in the cup here. So I'm just gonna store that in as well. So I'm going to cover the pot and allow it to continue to cook. You know, due to the fact that I'm just throwing the thickening agent into it. So I'm gonna cover the pot and allow it to continue to cook, alright? For the next couple of minutes. Alright, let me just place this down over here and get the cover and put it on top. There's one more thing that needs to be added to it, and I'll add that as soon as I am ready to add it to it, alright? So while the stew paste is cooking, I'm going to check to see how the coconut milk is progressing in the pot right next to the stew peas. Did I come to a boil and I had to half mask the cover because, you know, it was about to boil over on the stove, and you know, I don't like when it's boiling and boiling over. That's just how it is with coconut milk, you know what I mean? So you have to keep it tight monitoring on it, you know what I mean? It's something we're going over. Let me see what's going on here with the stew peas. Alright, so see the stew peas are going in a bag of things, you know. Alright. Yeah, so there's one more thing that needs to be added to it. And that will be the last thing that's going to be added to the stew peas. And then I'll be turn on the fire, you know, as soon as I'm done adding it to it. Alright? So just keep on tuning in, you know what I mean? And y'all wanna see what it looks like when it's done, right? So just keep on tuning in the same way. You know what I mean? You know, we get things done already here in my kitchen. You feel me? Alright, so I'll be right back. Alright, so now the coconut milk has now come to the boiling point, so I'm going to take the cover off. Then I'm going to add my scallion, pepper, and thyme. Alright? And then I'm going to add a pinch of salt to it. A pinch of salt, that's for taste. Not too much salt now. Just a pinch of salt. Now I'm going to cover the pot and allow it to come to a boil. Now while the coconut milk is going to come to a boil, I'm going to switch to the stew peas and I'm going to add the last thing that needs to be added to the pot, alright? So let's keep on tuning in. Now I have switched to the stew peas and I'm going to add the last ingredients that is needed to be added to the pot. And I'm going to add it in. I don't know if you can drop a seed, but I'm adding the black pepper. That's what I'm adding in. And that is the last thing that I'm adding to the stew peas. Never notice if the pimento berries are floating on top. They're seeds, you know, so that's just how they are, you know what I mean? They will float. So I'm going to give it a stir, you know what I mean? Because I don't want the black pepper to be floating on top. So I'm just gonna go with my spoon. I push it down to the bottom, then I just work it like so. You know what I mean? Now look on that, guys. Look on that. Don't you want some? When you see all this, it just makes you want to have some stew peas, you know. You can see the dumplings and the seasonings and the thyme, the pimento berries, and all the rest of the seasonings, and those are just to enhance the flavor of the stew peas, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, for real, see it there. Alright. Now, you know, stew peas, you can use chicken, you can use chicken foot, you can just about use whatever you want to use, you know what I mean? But I choose to use pig's tail with beef. Alright, that's just my thing. So let's keep on tuning in, see me, alright? Now, next on the agenda, I'm going to pour in now the peas. No, but I was talking about peas. I'm going to pour the rice now into the pot. I don't know why or how I came up with peas. Maybe it's because I'm looking about the stew peas. Alright, so rice is in the pot. Alright, in goes the rice. Rice, you know what I mean? Because you want to make sure that you give it a good stir, you know what I mean? You don't want to have anything unbalanced here in the pot. So you have the coconut milk custard and the seasoning, which is the thyme pepper and the scallion, you know what I mean? With a pinch of salt in it. Alright, let me just taste it. Tastes good. Tastes so good. You know, as I said before, you know, you watch your salt you're using, you know what I mean? We just use a little salt in it and, you know, the coconut milk, you know, it gives it that nice flavor. So I'm going to cover the pot, right? Now as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to come again and give it a stir because, you know, I don't want the rice to be sticking. You know what I mean? Neither do I need no lump in it. So just keep on tuning in, alright? And you'll see that. Alright, so as you can see, the rice has now dried down. And I've reduced the flame so the rice can properly steam, you know what I mean? That's just how it is. Alright. Guys, it has always been a pleasure to share with you what I prepare in my kitchen. So please remember to thumbs up the video, leave a valuable comment, share me out, subscribe to my channel and hit that post notification bell and allow it to be on all. That way you'll be the first person to be notified when I drop a new video. Thank you for watching.